Hello, buddy. Omni here. Yesterday at CinemaCon, Warner Brothers debuted the first teaser trailer for the Joker film starring Joaquin Phoenix, and today it is now in the public eye, and we're going to check this out. I'm super hyped and excited for this. Everything I've seen about it seems to be such an interesting and fresh take on the character. I'm getting a lot of like Logan-esque vibes on what that did with the superhero film and took it into a completely different medium and doing such a serious kind of take on the characters as a character study, as a film itself, completely separate from what we know from most superhero films, comic book films, and the like. So let's go ahead and check this out. I don't want to wait any longer because honestly, I would actually like to go to sleep, but here we go.
Arthur, does it help to have someone to talk to?
My mother always tells me to smile and put on a happy face. She told me I had a purpose to bring laughter and joy to the world.
Aw.
Hey, stop them! Is it just me? Or is it getting crazier out there?
Smile, though your heart is aching. Smile, even though it's breaking. When there
Arkham State Hospital.
in the sky, you'll get by.
What?
If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile, and maybe tomorrow you'll find that life is still worthwhile. If you
What's so funny?
just
Freak!
Gotham has lost its way. What kind of coward would do something that cold-blooded? Someone who hides behind a mask.
I used to think that my life was a tragedy. But now I realize it's a comedy.
if you just smile.
Dude. Oh my god. Hold on. Actually, where was that journal clip? Right here. All right. Why did he old insomnia left to sleep with? Why are you poor? Confused, become any sense? Low key. What did the loosen up a little? The worst part is having a mental illness is people expect you to behave as if you don't. That's fair. So is he I really, so does he already have like a pre-existing kind of mental illness in this world, not necessarily brought about by his one bad day, or as we know in the comics, or you know, the amplification of that with Ace Chemicals and the chemical vat seems to be completely out of the way of this. This seems to be purely psychological, definitely diving into all the different pieces and fragments that get peeled off of his soul as he's just trying to do the thing he loves. I don't like making people smile, where he's just kind of like a roadside clown. And then, you know, people just don't, they're not okay with that, man. Some people just are out there to be douches. Some people are just out there to tear other people down, no matter what it is that they enjoy, no matter what it is that they're doing. And piece by piece, we're going to see him fall down this slippery slope. Into a lot of this trailer was very uncomfortable to watch. And I feel like this is going to be that type of film that definitely isn't going to be for everybody. Obviously not. I like the look. I like the way they're shooting it. I like the approach that they're taking to the character. I'm curious to see how this develops in a world that potentially just has no Batman. I'm pretty, as far as I know, they've mentioned that there's not going to be any type of appearance of Batman as far as we know, or Bruce Wayne. I know Thomas Wayne is supposed to be in this film. At least that was the initial reports. I know Alec Baldwin was in some kind of talks to take the role. I'm not sure what happened with that. I know he stepped out for some reason. I can't remember. I lost track of what was going on around of all of those announcements. But Joaquin Phoenix definitely has a unique approach to this character, and it is transformative in a way that is insane, in a good way. It is like, definitely shows like not only how he can act verbally, emotionally, and all that, but how he's able to twist, contort, and act with his body and transform it into this kind of downtrodden, mentally ill character who's just gonna just lose it, man. I don't know. There's not a whole lot to read into with it. We've seen some clips, we've seen some behind the scenes footage that they've released. Well, not necessarily released, but they weren't too protective of getting out and being presented, like the test footage, the subway scene that we've seen before. There's a lot of faith in this film, and I can see why. This is very, very intriguing. I cannot wait to see more. There's not a whole lot. I'm sure if we went by scene, there's probably some smaller details, some minute details that we could probably dig into and, start to speculate about this world with what we know already about the film. But let's leave a little bit to the imagination. Let me know what you guys think. If there's anything in here that you've noticed that you wanted to point out as well. I love the Joker. The Joker is one of my favorite villains of all time, mostly because I just really like, at least in the classic version, in the comic book version, I love just the pure chaotic evil that he embodies. You never know what he's going to do. You don't, unlike this film where they're giving him a clear backstory, they're giving him a clear origin. The thing that I really enjoyed about the character in the comics is that his origin is never really confirmed. We have a possible origin with the Killing Joke, and that is mostly accepted as his origin for a lot of people. But, as he says in that same thing, that, he doesn't necessarily remember it. He doesn't know if that's how it actually happened. He doesn't remember much of anything before being the Joker. And as he says, if he had to have an origin story, he would prefer it to be multiple choice. And he doesn't have motivations like most other criminals do, because he's there for pure anarchy, and he enjoys and thrives and just sucks it all into his being, man. He's the perfect antithesis for Batman, who is about being in control, being purely driven by his past and his motivations, clinging to the things that made him human, clinging to his rules himself that he has established for the way he approaches fighting crime. Like, the Joker is the pure flip side of the coin to the Batman, and that's what helps him like stand this test of time. And I'm curious to see like how they pull this off, giving him this backstory, really doing this in a gritty, real world approach to how, like, how would somebody in the real world end up in that type of mindset. And I can't wait to see how they do that. I really can't. It looks great. It's not, you can definitely tell it's not shot and it's not paced or stylized like a typical comic book movie. And that definitely adds a new layer of spice to the plethora of superhero films that we've had over the past couple of years. It's nice to have one come in and shake things up like a Logan, like I believe this Joker film will be as well. I cannot wait. So at that, I'm going to leave this to you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and we'll talk about that and have a little bit of a conversation. And from there, we'll just wait and see what happens with this in the near future when we get our first full trailer of the movie as well. I mean, this was a 2-minute trailer, so this teasers and trailers are seeming to be interchangeable here as of late. Anyway, guys, I want to know what you all think. Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care.